If you're in digital, script to video. If you're in traditional, break up all your rules and your models. And there are lots of smart people thinking about this, but we don't have any answers yet because the answers are going to come from everybody. So I think it's kind of an awesome moment that we're in, and I think that we tried to get to that on the panel. I love the guy from The Blaze, his question of like, if you don't have venture capital, what are you doing? And like, I didn't want to answer it because I felt very sad of like what the actual answer is, which is either news has got to get cheaper, which good journalism is not cheap, right? Or we're going to make less of it, which hurts my heart. I feel like we're all trying to make a third way because right now the options are not very good, right? They just don't look good. But hopefully, again, hope springs eternal, we will solve this problem. I'm starting to see this interesting pattern where like people are like, if it's a slow news day, if we don't know something's going on, oh, what's happening on Twitter, what's happening, what are people talking about, where can we jump into this story? And I feel like that's only going to become more pronounced, right? Where like news gatherings before has been very like top down, now it's becoming very, very bottom up. It's one of the things that the stream does amazingly well with in terms of like looking at what people are talking about and then surfacing it as a news story before it's even news. And just like looking at those ideas. So I feel like that's going to continue. I feel like more and more citizens are going to opt out of like necessarily traditional media. Because, you know, traditional media doesn't serve a lot of the population, right? There was that report that just came out that talked about how African Americans and Latinos particularly feel underserved by the media giants, right? That's going to have to change in this new economy. And then the other thing that kind of keeps me up at night is like how much more visual news is becoming, right? And so, like, you know, for those of us who particularly love, like, long form, meaty, deep dives, multi-thousand words, like, how do you compete with somebody who is literally giving you 6 seconds of time, who's literally giving you maybe 2 frames of time? I like graphic journalism. I think that the rise of comics journalism is really going to help bridge some of that gap because people have more patience, I think, when it's less words and more images and just remix them in different ways. But that'll be an interesting thing to watch. I mean, I have my own theories about it, but then I'm also going to keep some of those secret, you know, for business.